Hello again. In writing words today, we are including the letter W. So we listen for W, like at the beginning of web. In the blend sw at the beginning of swim and tw at the beginning of twin. So let's have a go at writing some words that use the letter W. Our first word is web, like the picture. I can hear w, e, b. So I write W for the sound w, E for the sound e, and for the sound b at the end, the letter B. Wet. I can hear w, e, t. Pretty similar. W is W, e. I'll write E, t. I write the letter T. Wig. W, I, g. W, I write W, I. I write an I, g. I write the letter G. Now remember, when we're doing this, you can pause your video after we've seen the sound circles, write the words yourself, then press play to check. Next word, wag, like a dog who wags his tail. Wag. W, a, g. I write a W for w. A, I write the letter A, and g, I write the letter G. Wag. And then win. W, I, n. Win. W-I-N. Those are the letters I write this time. Let's go back and have a look. Web. Wet. Wig. Wag. Win. Well done. Now, you can also pause and write down the time that you got to on the video and come back to do the next screen at another time. We are going to continue with more words. And the first one is well. W, e, ul. But we have a little extra to think about. When we hear ul at the end of a one tap word with a short vowel sound, instead of one L, we write two. I can hear w at the beginning of well, I write a W. E, I write the letter E, and ul, I write double L. Will. W, I, ul. Will. I write a W. I write an I. Ul, I write a double L. Because it's a one tap word with a short vowel sound. Wall. W, all. And I'm going to keep those sounds together a bit. Or, ool. That's what it sounds like. All. I write W, A, double L, for that all sound we could hear at the end. And there are lots of words that rhyme with all, like wall, or call, or ball, or tall and small. Lots of words. But for today, we're writing wall. Was. Another word where the sound changes. W, O, Z is what it sounds like. I'm going to say was as a spelling language, because this one is tricky. The sound change this time is that O after a W is written with an A. A word that needs a strategy. We covered was in first sound spelling and strategy word workout. And we're including it here because it reminds us that W followed by A is said as W most of the time. So, W is W, and that O sound is written with an A because it follows the W. W is W. That O sound is written with an A. W, and then it sounds like Z, but we write the letter S. Was. And the next word has that W beginning as well. Wash. W, O, sh. But we don't write the letter O, even though it sounds like that's the one we'll need. W is W. That O sound is an A because it follows the W. And sh, that's S, H. Wash. Let's go over and read them. Well, will, wall, was, wash. I wonder what we'll have this time. Want. W, O, N, T. W was followed by that O sound again that won't be written with the letter O. W, O is W-A, and then N is N, T is T. Want. The next word is wasp. W, O, sp. But because that O sound follows the W, yes, I'm going to remember it as W is W, A. Then S is S and P is P. Wasp. I wonder what we've got next. Wand. W. I can hear O, N, D, but that O followed the W, so I write W, A. And then N is N, D is D. Worn. W. Or. Or. N. W is W, and yes, it's followed by an A again. Sounds a bit different because there's also an R in the mix, changing sounds. So, worn. W is W. That O-ish sound is an A. Is R. And N. My mouth is open and my tongue is just behind my top teeth. And a word that's pretty similar, warm. W, or, So, W is one sound changer, and the R after the vowel is another. Warm. I need a W for the W and A-R, because the W made sure that it wasn't an O, even though it does sound like or. Warm. And I know to write the letter M because my mouth was closed. Let's go back and read them. Want, wasp, wand, worn, warm. And this time we are going to use those consonant blends. Swim. S, w, I, m. S is S. W is W. I is I. M is M. Swim. Twin. T, w, I, n. T is D. W is W. I is I. N is N. And then we do the crossing and the dotting. With. So we can hear W, I, and we write W is W, I is I, and with my teeth on my tongue is TH. With. The next word, twist. T, w, I, st. T is D, w is W, I is I, s is S, t is T. There. They were quite straightforward, those words with the blends. And the next one is to swift. When something moves really fast. S, w, I, f, t. And that f sound, my teeth were on my lip. S is S, W is W, I is I, F, teeth on your lip is F, and T is T, swift. Our next word is a question word. We introduced another question word in the were or where little lesson. This time we have what. Now, you can remember it as what and tell yourself, this is a question word, so that w I can hear at the beginning will be followed by an H. Or you can say wh, which a lot of people say anyway, and that reminds you. After the w, we get the sound o, and then t. But that o isn't written with an O. W or wh. W H A T. So we could hear w or wh. And we remember that o sound is an A because it has a W. The H in the middle makes no difference. What? Let's read the others. Swim, twin, with, twist, swift, and what. Well done. That is a lot of words to remember with all those different things to think about. You might want to take a break before we move on to the next screen. Your choice. We are going to think about adding our suffixes. Do we change from S to ES? Do we just add or double when we're adding suffix ed, suffix ing, or suffix er? And we have wag that we've covered already. So when we're writing wags, we're adding an S. The dog wags his tail. There really was nothing else to think about. We just added it. But what about if our word had been wagged? Which suffix sometimes sounds like d? Wag, that's our starter word. And we're adding suffix ed, so we need to double that G. And yes, it sounded like d. We doubled to make sure the reader knows that this is a short vowel sound if they've never come across the word before. How about wagging? Do we do the same? Wag, yes. yes, we've doubled it to add suffix ing, because our suffix begins with a vowel, just like suffix ed. There we go. Wagging, we doubled to keep that a in wag as a short vowel. Twisting, we're adding ing again, but to a different starter word. Twist, ing. And that time we just added it because there was already 2 consonants after the vowel in twist. Twisting. What about washes? What do you think we do there? Washes. We have a word with 2 syllables now. Wash. And then, we needed to use es. And that hearing 2 syllables instead of just the one for the word wash is often how we work it out. You could also work it out by thinking, shh, that's a hissing sound. That's when we add es. So, 2 ways of remembering. And washed sounds like a t at the end this time. But washed tells us something's already happened. So it's suffix ed, and we just add it. I'm sure you've guessed, because there are 2 consonants after the vowel. What about washer? Like, who's the washer-upper tonight? Or a little disc that sits between metal. Washer. Wash. Okay, so we've got the hang of that word. Also begins with a vowel. er. It's another just add. How about swimming? Swim. And then, yes, we double before we add the suffix ing. So that we have got 2 consonants after our short vowel sound. We doubled the M. Winner. Winner. I'm the winner. We've nearly finished. Win. And we double that N before we add ER. Winner. Now, we have got a winner who can say, I won. But we spell won W-O-N. Weird. We don't have the same suffix adding routine because it's already happened. We have a completely different word. Won. It looks like won, written in a completely different way because I have won. You have won too. You have worked very, very hard today, and thank you so much for that. There have been a lot of different things to think about. Let's just read these words before the lesson ends. wag, wags, wagged, wagging, twisting, washes, washed, washer, swimming, winner, won. Thank you for joining me.